On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone. The quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Grateful.
Feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness, thankful.
Examples:
A grateful breeze. Put a grateful expression. She was grateful for the help he provided.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Sincere.
Of a person, feelings, or behavior, open and genuine, not deceitful.
Examples:
A sincere man. Express sincere regret. Please accept my sincere condolences on your friend's death.
Mock.
To make fun of someone, usually by imitating them in a witty but harsh way.
Examples:
Mock his accent. Mock at his misfortune. It is impolite to mock fun of a foreign student's English mistakes.
Sob.
To cry or weep with short, sudden sounds.
Examples:
Sob out a story. Sob quietly. She sobbed uncontrollably after hearing the news.
Illustrate.
To provide pictures, photographs, diagrams, etc. in a book or something for explanation.
Examples:
Illustrate a key point. Illustrate a story. The company's financial records illustrate how successful it has been.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples:
The tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Rear.
At, toward, or near the back part of something. Verb, to look after a child until it is an adult.
Examples:
The rear gate. Rear children. The player quickly went to the rear side of the defender. Motorcade. A procession of vehicles, especially automobiles, that move slowly along a road carrying someone important accompanied by police or military escorts.
Examples:
Police motorcade, Victory motorcade. The motorcade of vehicles drove the president to his next destination.
Phantom.
A ghost or a spirit of a dead person, something existing only in your imagination or perception.
Examples:
A phantom company, phantom limb pain. The police frantically searched for clues to the phantom killer.
Limb.
An arm and leg of a person or animal.
Examples:
A prosthetic limb, limb amputation. You should wrap the bandage carefully and firmly around the injured limb.
Ford.
A shallow place in a river or stream where it is possible to walk or drive across.
Examples:
Ford a river, across a ford. The river was too deep to cross, so we had to find a ford downstream where the water was shallower.
Booth.
A small enclosed space, especially one with a counter or desk, used for selling tickets, goods, or services.
Examples:
Booth cost, phone booth. She set up a booth at the fair to sell her handmade jewelry.
Waitress.
A woman who serves food and drinks in a restaurant or cafe.
Examples:
Waitress at a restaurant. Tip the waitress. The friendly waitress brought the food to the table and asked if they needed anything else.
Commotion.
A state of confused and noisy disturbance.
Examples:
A few minutes of commotion. Make commotion. The commotion in the classroom made it hard for the teacher to teach.
Strain.
A force or pressure that stretches or pulls something, sometimes causing damage. Biology, a group of organisms within a species that differ in trivial ways from similar groups.
Examples:
Strain our eyes. A strain of bacillus. Dictators of the past often had the erroneous idea of a pure racial strain.
Vice.
Wrongdoing or wicked behavior, in the form of vice versa, with the order reversed. As a prefix, someone with a job immediately below a particular person.
Examples:
Virtue and vice. Vice chair of the committee. Cats hate dogs and vice versa.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Gore.
To pierce with a sharp object, causing injury or death. Noun, coagulated blood from a wound.
Examples:
Gore him with a weapon. Gore scene. The hunter gored the deer with an arrow.
Epiphany.
A moment of sudden and great realization or revelation, a Christian festival, held on January 6th, celebrating the visit of the three wise men to the infant Jesus.
Examples:
Epiphany about life. Feast of Epiphany. She had an epiphany while meditating and realized the answer to her problem.
Topic.
A subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples:
A serious topic. The topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Asleep.
In a state of sleep.
Examples:
Asleep at the wheel. Dead asleep. He lay down and fell asleep immediately.
Refuel.
To put additional fuel into a plane, ship, car, etc.
Examples:
Refuel air-to-air. Refuel bombers in flight. Our plane stopped in the country to refuel.
Runway.
The catwalk or platform where models walk to display clothing or other fashion items during a fashion show, a strip of hard ground along which planes take off and land.
Examples:
Runway lighting. Runway show. The model strutted down the runway during the fashion show.
Yell.
To shout in a sudden and loud way.
Examples:
Yell for help. Yell as loud as we can. When I asked my father for more money, he became furious and yelled at me.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
A bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Upset.
Causing or marked by anxiety, uneasiness, trouble, or grief. Verb, to make someone anxious, unhappy, or angry.
Examples:
Get upset. Have an upset stomach. He was awfully upset by the news.
Announce.
To make something known or officially inform people about something.
Examples:
Announce candidacy. Announce the award winners. The third season of the anime show has been announced.
Quotation.
A group of words taken from a text or speech and repeated by someone other than the original author or speaker.
Examples:
Double quotation marks. Take a quotation. He included a quotation from the book in his essay.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Chef.
A cook, especially the chief cook in a restaurant or hotel.
Examples:
Chef knife. Master chef. The chef at the restaurant was known for his creative and delicious dishes.
Fry.
To cook food, especially meat or fish, in hot fat or oil.
Examples:
Fry an egg. Fry over low heat. She devoted herself to frying the chicken in a pan until it was crispy and golden brown.
Handwritten.
Written with a pen or pencil rather than typed.
Examples:
Handwritten character. Handwritten signature. The letter was written in handwritten script and had a personal touch.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Congratulation.
The act of expressing that someone has an occasion for celebration or the expression of pleasure at the success or good fortune of another.
Examples:
Congratulation on a promotion. A matter for congratulation. The congratulations from her friends and family were overwhelming after she won the championship.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Ecology.
The study of the relationships between living organisms, including humans, and their physical environment.
Examples:
Science of ecology. The ecology of the island. Many companies are now enthusiastically embracing the knowledge of ecology for sustainable development.
Lifelong.
Lasting for the whole of someone's life.
Examples:
Lifelong career. Lifelong commitment. He had a lifelong love of reading and spent hours daily with a book.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples:
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Recapitulate.
To summarize or repeat the main points of something.
Examples:
Recapitulate briefly. Recapitulate a speech. He recapitulated the main points of the meeting for those who had not been able to attend.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Beachcombing.
The activity of walking along a beach and looking for interesting or valuable items that the sea has washed up.
Examples:
Spend hours beachcombing. Beachcombing for treasures. He enjoyed beachcombing and often found exciting shells and rocks.
Tide.
The cyclical rise and fall of sea level caused by the moon's gravitational pull.
Examples:
Tide cycle. Ride the tide of change. Red tide is often harmful to the local ecosystem.
Shell.
Hard outer covering or case of eggs, nuts, some seeds, and some animals.
Examples:
An egg shell. A mollusk shell. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Contribution.
The act of giving something, especially money, to a particular cause or organization, A voluntary gift as of money or service or ideas made to some worthwhile cause.
Examples:
Make a positive contribution. Contribution to society. His contribution to the charity was a generous donation of money.
Efficiency.
The state or quality of doing something well with no waste of input such as time or money.
Examples:
Better fuel efficiency. An energy efficiency. Our company must continue to strive for greater efficiency.
Electrify.
To make a machine or system work by using electricity, to make someone extremely enthusiastic about or interested in something.
Examples:
Electrify the audience. Electrify a manufacturing process. The product developed through years of research continues to electrify the market.
Conservation.
The protection of something important, such as the natural environment or artificial structures, especially from the damaging effects of human activity.
Examples:
Soil conservation. The conservation law of physics. The forest was recently designated a conservation area.
Profit.
Money that is earned in business or by selling things after deducting the costs involved.
Examples:
Gross profit. Make a profit. This business yields little profit.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Deflect.
To cause something, especially a criticism or attack, to be directed away from someone.
Examples:
Deflect a blow. Deflect his criticism. The soccer player was able to deflect the ball away from the goal.
Slideshow.
A presentation of a series of images, typically with accompanying music, that can be displayed on a computer or other device.
Examples:
Animated slideshow. Slideshow software. He gave a slideshow presentation on his recent trip to Europe.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Pollution.
The introduction of harmful substances or waste into the natural environment that causes adverse change.
Examples:
Environmental pollution. High levels of air pollution. The pollution is endangering the local plants and animals.
Puzzle.
A situation that is difficult to follow or solve, a game, problem, or toy that tests a person's ingenuity or knowledge. Verb, to cause someone to feel confused because of something difficult to understand.
Examples:
Crossword puzzle. Mathematical puzzle. This jigsaw puzzle is challenging because there are no pictures.
Transport.
A system for moving people or products from one location to another using automobiles, roads, and so on.
Examples:
Transport facilities. Access to public transport. Enhanced rail transportation is crucial for our business.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Wedge.
A piece of wood, metal, or other material with one thick end and a narrow edge that is driven between two things or parts of objects to secure or separate them.
Examples:
Drive a wedge into a relationship. Put a wedge under the door. He inserted the wedge into a split in the log.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide. Carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Capture a glimpse. Capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Sequester.
To take temporary possession of someone's property until a debt is paid.
Examples:
Sequester 10% of the annual carbon emissions. Sequester myself from the world. He approved their requests to sequester the jury.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Fossil.
Any preserved remains, impression, or trace of any once living thing that has become hard and turned into rock.
Examples:
Burning of fossil fuels. A fossil leaf. It was the fossil of a dinosaur tooth.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
Biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Emission.
The act of production or sending out gas, heat, light, etc.
Examples:
Global emissions of greenhouse gases. The emission of light. There are 5 distinct emissions at 5 unique wavelengths.
Expenditure.
The act of spending money, the total amount of money spent.
Examples:
Energy expenditure. Expenditure planning. Almost $1 billion in capital expenditure is still required.
Profitable.
Making or likely to make material gain or profit.
Examples:
A profitable job. Profitable trade. The Prohibition Amendment made bootlegging profitable.
Insulation.
The act or process of covering something to stop heat, sound, electricity, etc. from passing through. The materials used for this.
Examples:
Additional sound insulation. Insulation board. He installed fiberglass insulation in the wall.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Automobile.
A road vehicle that has 4 wheels and is powered by an engine, used for transporting people or goods.
Examples:
Driverless automobile. Automobile insurance. The automobile industry is a major contributor to air pollution in cities.
Hybrid.
Composed of different elements or mixed characters.
Examples:
New hybrid system. An interspecific hybrid. The mule is a hybrid between a male donkey and a female horse.
Rail.
A long, thin piece of metal or wood that is used to make fences or as a support for something. Verb, to complain bitterly.
Examples:
rail system, rail against his enemies. The children leaned over the bridge rail to watch the fish swimming below.
Fig.
A sweet and soft edible fruit with many seeds, or a tree on which these grow.
Examples:
Fig marigold, fig tree. He ate the dried figs he had preserved.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Harsh.
Severe and unkind, extremely tough and unpleasant to inhabit.
Examples:
Harsh climate. Use of harsh chemicals. The Prime Minister faced harsh criticism.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Neutral.
Not helping or assisting either side in a conflict, argument, etc.
Examples:
Permanently neutral country. Neutral colors. A legislative speaker should always be neutral.
Brand.
A type of product, service, etc., made by a particular company and sold under a specific name, identification mark on the skin of livestock, criminals, etc., made by burning.
Examples:
Create a brand logo. The brand of the new car. There's a new brand of hero in the movies now.
Oxide.
A chemical compound that contains at least one oxygen atom and one other element.
Examples:
Silver oxide. Combined oxide. The blood's red coloring comes from iron oxide.
Acquire.
To buy or obtain something such as an asset, object, knowledge, etc., for oneself.
Examples:
Acquire knowledge. Acquire a new company. Children acquire language at a fantastic rate.
Offset.
To compensate for or counterbalance one influence against an opposing influence.
Examples:
Offset deposits and withdrawals. Offset a loss. Strong growth in core business offsets losses in other business segments.
Remainder.
The part of something that is left over when the rest has been used or taken.
Examples:
Division with remainder. The remainder of my life. The remainder of the cake was put in the fridge for tomorrow.
Calculator.
A small electronic device for making arithmetic calculations.
Examples:
Calculator app. Analog calculator. I left my alpha calculator at home, so I had to borrow one from a classmate to finish my math homework.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Convene.
To come or bring together a group of people for a meeting or activity.
Examples:
Convene a press conference. Convene the council. The Parliament will convene at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Involvement.
The fact or condition of taking part in something, or the degree to which someone takes part in something.
Examples:
Political involvement. Involvement in criminal activity. The involvement of the local government in the project has been critical to its success.
Software.
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples:
Software architect. Copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Arcane.
Mysterious or known only by a select few.
Examples:
Arcane knowledge. Arcane subject. The arcane rituals of the secret society were known only to a select few.
Calculation.
The act or process of using numbers to judge an amount of something.
Examples:
Make a calculation. Calculation of loss and gain. The error in the calculation was attributable to rounding.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Precis.
To make a summary of something, such as a text or speech. Noun, a short form of the main points of an argument or theory.
Examples:
Précis the contents of a book. A précis of recent advances in AI. He précis this lengthy report in 2 pages.
Calculate.
To judge or find out the amount or number of something by using mathematics.
Examples:
Calculate the distance. Calculate his credit score. He couldn't calculate the actual value of the artwork.
Integrate.
To combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
Integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
Innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Entertainment.
Public shows, films, television, or other performances or activities of enjoying people.
Examples:
An elegant entertainment. Hour of entertainment. The hotel is famous for its entertainment, including the casino.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Sustain.
To supply enough of what somebody or something needs in order to survive or exist, to accept as valid.
Examples:
Sustain a good relationship with him. Sustain a wellness lifestyle. She struggled to sustain the children's reading habits.
Compensate.
To make up for a loss, injury, or inconvenience by giving something of value.
Examples:
Compensate a loss. Compensate for a car accident. The company offered to compensate the employees for the overtime they worked.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Complain.
To say dissatisfaction or annoyance about something or somebody.
Examples:
Complain about a job. Call and complain frequently. Our users are often complaining about the slow application.
Quarterly.
Happening every 3 months.
Examples:
Quarterly publication. Quarterly review. The company released its quarterly earnings report.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
judge a competition, an associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Catalyst.
A person or thing that causes an important event to happen or changes the current situation rapidly. Chemistry, a substance that initiates or accelerates a chemical reaction without being changed itself.
Examples:
a catalyst in the process of hydrolysis. Catalyst for reform. The global financial crisis acted as a catalyst to unite the country.
Entertaining.
Providing enjoyment or amusement, especially through being lively or amusing.
Examples:
entertaining puppet show. Very entertaining book. The magician's act was entertaining and kept the audience on the edge of their seats.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Generic.
Not specific, not linked to a particular brand or product.
Examples:
a generic product. Generic version. The generic aspirin brand was just as effective as the name brand, but much cheaper.
Conduct.
To organize and carry out a particular activity.
Examples:
conduct a background check. Conduct research. Police will conduct random breath testing for drunk driving.
Nominate.
To propose someone for a position, especially in politics or an organization, or some honor.
Examples:
nominate him for an award. Nominate government representatives. The organization nominated her to be the next president.
Folk.
People in general, especially those of a particular group or type.
Examples:
folk art. The folk songs of a particular district. Some seaweed was used as folk medicine in ancient times.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
a mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Copyright.
The legal right to be the only person or organization who can reproduce, publish, and sell a particular piece of work.
Examples:
artistic copyright. Copyright infringement. The company is taking legal action against those who have violated their copyright on the software.
Remix.
To compose a piece of media that has been altered or contorted from its original state by adding, removing, or changing elements of the item.
Examples:
Remix a couple of tracks. Remix the album. He remixed the tracks to give them a jazz feel.
Convince.
To persuade someone or make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
Convince her to go with us. Convince an opponent. I am considering what I should do to convince him.
Bipartisan.
Involving or supported by both of the main political parties in a country.
Examples:
Promote bipartisan cooperation. Bipartisan agreement. The legislation was passed with bipartisan support from both parties.
Politically.
In a way that relates to the government or public affairs of a nation.
Examples:
Politically advantageous. Become politically savvy. This newspaper is supposed to be politically neutral.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Corporation.
A large company or group of companies that are controlled together by law as a single unit.
Examples:
A public corporation. Corporation assets. 4 companies were amalgamated into a single corporation.
Liability.
A legal or financial responsibility or obligation.
Examples:
Liability insurance. Liability for military service. The company is facing a potential liability of millions of dollars due to the lawsuit.
Urge.
To spur on or encourage someone, especially by cheers and shouts. Noun, a strong desire or impulse, especially one that is difficult to control or resist.
Examples:
Urge a total ban. A sexual urge. The lobbyist urged Congress not to approve the measure.
Maxim.
A well-known phrase that expresses a general or fundamental truth, principle, or rule for behavior.
Examples:
Old maxim. Act upon a maxim. A good maxim is never out of season.
Accomplish.
To finish or achieve something successfully.
Examples:
Accomplish a goal. Accomplish military operations. Humankind took centuries to accomplish true democracy.
Persuade.
To convince or induce someone to do something by presenting a reason or argument, to sway or influence someone's decision or opinion.
Examples:
Attempt to persuade. Persuade a hijacker to surrender. She tried to persuade her brother to join her on the trip.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples:
A politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done. Noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Mediate.
To try to bring about an agreement or understanding between people who are in conflict.
Examples:
Mediate allergic reaction. Mediate a negotiation. The teacher had to mediate a disagreement between two students over a stolen pencil.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Repetition.
The act of doing or saying something many times.
Examples:
Repetition of the word. Habitual repetition. Repetition is the mother of all learning.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples:
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Opposable.
Able to be placed opposite something else, especially to grip or hold it.
Examples:
Opposable claw. Opposable fingers. His opposable thumb allowed him to grasp objects with great precision.
Thumb.
The short, thick digit of the hand next to the index finger. Verb, to travel by getting free rides from motorists.
Examples:
Thumb wrestling. Thumb a ride. He used his right thumb to press the button on his phone.
Neocortex.
The part of the cerebral cortex that is responsible for higher brain functions such as conscious thought and decision-making.
Examples:
Stored in neocortex. Neocortex function. The cerebral neocortex is responsible for higher brain functions such as decision-making and problem-solving.
Viable.
Capable of being done as intended, able to succeed.
Examples:
Achieve a viable relationship. Develop a viable therapy. Male gorillas with good drumming skills are more viable.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Coherence.
The quality of being logical and consistent.
Examples:
Coherence in a speech. Lack coherence. The story's coherence could have been better when the author included too many unrelated details.
Appreciate.
To value and acknowledge the worth of someone or something, to be grateful for something or someone.
Examples:
Appreciate her feedback. Appreciate the value. We would appreciate an early reply